Coming up later, we showcase legendary rocker and entrepreneur Sammy Hagar on the red carpet. And up next, Ross Halleck of Halleck Vineyard invites us all to visit his home and appreciate the flavor of his wines.
We are back on the red carpet, and this is the man I have been dying to meet tonight, because this is Ross Halleck of Halleck Vineyard, and this lady likes her wine. Hey Ross, how are you doing?
And I like people who like their wine.
Well, I was just telling you off camera, I just know that I like wine, but I'm not necessarily educated, and sometimes it's a little intimidating, quite frankly. So if you can just kind of share what you had shared with me, which was absolutely beautiful, that wine is not supposed to divide us, it's supposed to bring us together.
Absolutely. Wine is not an appropriate status symbol. Wine has really been sacred for 8,000 years, and it's intended to bring us together and not separate us. And as soon as you use it as a method for separating people, it stops becoming sacred. And I just think that it's contrary to the intention that I have in making it.
I'd love for you to share your beautiful story about why you started the vineyard, and because, you know, I have a 14-month-old baby now, and so I love this. I love the story. Well,
I have 3 sons. In fact, one of our wines is named Three Sons Cuvée, and their names and ages are on the back of the bottle, and now they're old. Now they're like, I have a 17, 20, and 22-year-old. My son graduates from college next month, and it was intended as a college fund for our 3 sons. And that's why we really hope people like it. In fact, with him graduating from college next month, all his loans become due, so we're really pushing on it. You know?
Get a job. Did I just say that? Sorry, son, sorry. Well, tell me then about how this all, I mean, obviously that came about with the college fund. I think that's so beautiful. But when you designed the logo and you really thought about, you know, starting this company, you put a lot of thought and energy around it. So tell me about the actual symbol.
Well, I would say we put a lot of heart in it. And the logo represents an H for Halleck. But it also depicts one-to-one, as shown by the Roman numerals. And we want to have a personal connection with everyone who enjoys our wine. That's why we invite people to our home, why we travel across the country and the world to meet them, and why we invite people on trips around the world. But if you think of the dot as a grape, the grape has been a plant of power for 8,000 years. That's 1,000 years before Mesopotamia and the birth of civilization. So you can only guess that it was in the realm of the shaman, the spiritual practitioner, the healer. It's sacred in every religion in the world, and it's for good reason. It has this amazing ability to bring us together, like we were talking about. It elevates a conversation, it enhances intimacy, and the circle represents our community.
So beautiful. So I kind of want to get some information, and like I said to you, I think there's a lot of people like me who enjoy drinking wine, though if they feel a little intimidated when it comes to the education part. For somebody who's just, you know, wanting or have a little bit of interest in drinking wine, what do you suggest to them? Like, where should they start?
I think they should simply start by appreciating what they like and not liking what they don't. And the idea that certain wines are better than others and are touted in our society and in our community as being higher quality really is not relevant to what you put in your mouth and whether you like the taste or not. And if you can just stay in the moment and appreciate whether you like the taste or not, that's the first step in enjoying wine. And then all of the other information that comes to enhance that experience is window dressing.
Up next, rock legend Sammy Hagar and his wife Kari discuss the importance of giving back to the community.
Hi, it's so great to see you.
I'll let Kari do the talking because, man, I said all the wrong things there, didn't I?
You were excellent, but you know what? I just love both of you. And I think last time I interviewed you, I was actually interviewing you guys on your marriage success. So
that's right, I remember
you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Well, tonight you guys are always out giving, and we just love that you are, I mean, locals, you're hanging out, you're doing so much for the community. Honestly, where did that come from?
Giving back?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I think it comes from the heart and by example, and certainly when you have children, I think you want to set a great example and show them that this is what you do. You know, when you're in this kind of position, I mean, Sam's worked hard, we worked hard, and you give back. You know, we have plenty. So
I feel like I've like the luckiest guy in the world, you know. So it's like the people that have put me in this position to be in a position to give back. I just think it's the easiest thing to do. I look at it like this. I love to play music. Number one, I would play music if I had nothing else to do. So I get to play music. I get to get paid for it, right?
Very well, by the way.
Yes, and then, you know, for that, you make people happy, and it makes me happy to be able to do it. And then if you can give something back to children and stuff on top of that, that's as good as it gets. That's a perfect life. You know what I mean?
I would think rock and roll parents. I mean, I think about your kids. They're probably, do they know about this whole rock and roll superstar lifestyle? Are they cool with it, or are they just think of you guys as mom and dad?
Oh, I don't think they think any differently than most teenagers do, which they're allergic to our parents. You know, they're just allergic to us. Yeah.
Every time, you know, they are watching TV and they see see someone they like in the business, you know, a new upcoming artist, and I go, I'm bigger than them, I'm more famous than them, and my kids go, oh, Daddy, you are not. You know how famous they are? And I'm going, okay, maybe you're right. I'm just going, oh my gosh, they don't get it. It's good though. I like that they don't get it. I'm Dad. Well, she's Mom.
But what you can do is actually introduce those people that they think is, you know, huge, and then you're like, hey, you know, meet my kids, and then they think you're a superstar, right?
Yes.
We did it with Nick Lachey. And he was going, I want to take a picture with your dad. And my daughter's going, really?
Yeah, some things that works really well for us, actually, sometimes. So.
We love Cabo Wabo. We love, you know, all your business. Oh, say hi to
I'm
her.
sorry about that. But excuse me, sir.
Oh, he's getting some love.
Hi, nice to see you.
So I just want to wrap up with you guys. We're here at a great event. You always give such inspirational, motivational, empowering messages. I'd like to get the same from both of you, if that's okay. Just, there, you know, people out there that are hurting right now that, you know, need some inspiration. What do you want to say?
Oh, start with him.
Well, she might have something better to say. I really don't know what to say, except for I think you really have to believe in life. You know, you have to really believe in something. If you've lost all hope and all belief, then you're in a bad position. But if you've lost everything else and you still have hope, I think there's a chance for you to stay happy, which is all you're really striving for. And if you're happy, you can make other people happy. So, yeah, keep hope and dreams. Anything's possible. I made it. Okay.
Well, and the power of prayer. You know, I think that the power of positive thoughts and keeping exactly what he just said. Power of prayer, I think, is really powerful. People underestimate it.
And this is why we love the Hagars. Every time you guys deliver, have a good time, rock out tonight like you always do.
Choke me up, damn it. I didn't come here to be sad. No, I'm joking. Thank you.
It's always great.
It's part of my job doing this. Todd, English, I know more people here than any place on the planet. Look at this.